Hi everyone, welcome to round 4 of the GT Asia series. Jonathan Green and Steve Martin bringing you the action from the Buriram circuit, Chang International Circuit here in Thailand, one of the latest facilities here in Asia, but a cracking racetrack.
Oh, it certainly is. I mean, Herman Tilke has excelled when he made this track. 4.5 kilometres long, 12 corners, it's wide, and there's plenty of overtaking opportunity. I really can't wait to see this race. As we saw yesterday, a lot of action to be had.
Rounds 1 and 2 were dominated by Bentley, and Jonathan Venter came in here leading the championship, but Marchi Lee and Audi bounced back in round 3. A great start by them.
It certainly was. The R8 getting its first win of the year, the all-new R8, and the way that it came through the pack, Marchi Lee was fastest from about three-quarter distance, and he had to pull back a big lead, managed to do that, and got his first win of the year.
Certainly a great track, as we said, for racing. The Thailand drivers really enjoying it. And in fact, we've got a very interesting entry in GT Asia. We've got Biram Bhakti, the cousins are here, but we've got Vadavud coming in with a Ferrari, and he's teamed up with one of the TCR drivers from Thailand, the top entry, Tin Sri Trai, and it's going to be an interesting battle as they try and take on the rest of GT Asia. We spoke to Vadavud about the entry. Well, certainly one of the most popular entries here in Thailand this weekend is a double Thai entry, Vadavud Biram Bhakti and Tin Sri Trai, who we know, of course, from TCR. Vadavud, a big weekend, a busy weekend, but excited to be here, putting on a show for the fans?
Yes, definitely. The GT Asia series is one of the most popular series in Asia, and it's an honor for me to be back. You know, I was here last year. Didn't do too well on the first race, but the second race I won. So it's quite exciting to be back, and hopefully, definitely will be on the podiums. But for sure, it's a very busy weekend. Many cars, many brands. So it's interesting. Yeah.
3 Biram Bhakti cousins all together on the track. Are you excited? I mean, is there a lot of rivalry between you and your cousins?
It's not really the first time. We've been racing together for a very long time. So we should be fine. Just stay out of each other would be great.
How proud are you of having a facility also to race in like this? Because obviously Thailand is growing with GTs and in touring cars for many years.
Well, at the moment, Buriram circuit is one of the best circuit in Thailand, and I can see many series coming from international, so I'm proud to host, to have a series here, and also proud to have a Thai drivers, both in GT3 class and GTC class also. So let's see if the Thais will be on the podium this coming weekend. Yes.
Well, best of luck to the number 89, Vadavud, and his teammate, Tin Sri Trai. Certainly the Thai fans will be up on their feet cheering them on. Well, certainly that particular Ferrari is going to have the attention of the Thai fans, but I'm keeping an eye on another entry from Ferrari. Also, Singer entry from Thailand, that of Carlo Van Dam. They've been very quick, certainly in round 3.
They certainly have, Jonathan. They actually were leading the race up until halfway through. They made a mistake in the pit stop and got a stop-and-go penalty. So pretty much effectively ended their chance of winning the race in a podium. Keep an eye on them today, though, because if they get it right, they're definitely going to be up there. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a completely different podium today.
Also, we've got to think of the Audis again, because Marchi Lee was quite brilliant. Sean Thong doing the first stint, and then Marchi Lee marauding around the circuit in lap record pace. He was exhausted afterwards. Steve spoke to him.
Marchi Lee, what a fantastic result for you, getting the first win of the year.
Yes, this was fantastic. I think today we've done a good job. Thanks for the team. The team have done a very good job for prepare the season in GT Asia. Finally, in second round, that we have a win, and it's really good.
Well, look, it's pretty easy. Another podium tomorrow, then on Monday you can sleep in.
I hope so, but tomorrow we will have 12 seconds more, and then it will be difficult. But long enough to know me, I will still push like the same today.
Well, congratulations to Audi and to Marchi Lee. Question marks, though. Can Audi do it again in round 4? What will Ferrari do? And, of course, will Bentley bounce back?
A lot of mistakes were made in round 3, Jonathan, by a lot of different drivers and a lot of different teams. Today, if those teams get it right, and I can't name them all because there was 4 or 5 of them, it could be a different complexion in this race, and I'm really looking forward to see. But I think we're going to see a completely new podium this time out.
Yeah, it's a 60-minute race. Hot conditions, very hot inside the cockpit for sure. Compulsory pit stops, remember, and that's what caught out a lot of drivers and teams last time out. Let's take a look now at the highlights of round 4. They line up and get ready for our race here. Leading the way is the Ferrari of Anthony Liu of Shanghai in China. Nicely lined up. When the lights go out, we'll be racing. And out go the lights, and away we go. The Bentley pulls out quickly and goes to the inside. The Ferrari defends its position. Audi tries around the outside and through the inside. The Lamborghini.
Oh, we got to spin out. We got to spin. One of the Bentleys has gone round.
Well, that was a brilliant start by the Lamborghini. A sensational start. Damage to the number 8 Bentley as well.
Oh, that's Hamprick with damage. So the Bentleys didn't get off to the best of starts, but one Bentley span, and Hamprick's Bentley is definitely damaged there.
And Amici's looking for the lead already. Wow, all sorts of drama right at the start of this.
Well, it looks like the Lamborghini boys are just starting to come true and show us what they can really do. If you remember the first race in Korea, they were on fire until halfway around the first lap when they got involved in some action that they didn't want to do. But now I think we're starting to see the true form of this brand new Lamborghini Huracan.
Well, Anthony Liu is now going to have his mettle absolutely challenged now, because he's got 2 very, very strong competitors behind him in Amici and Liberati. Amici at the wheel at the moment. In 3rd place goes Lee, Marchi Lee, and then further back it's Hambrecht, Birambakti, Kim, Intra Buticono, Intra Traffic, whichever you prefer. A little further behind in 7th.
The one thing you have to remember, the man in the red and yellow Ferrari, the 488 Ferrari out front at the moment, has the fastest lap time of the weekend in qualifying session 1 and session 2. He actually did the quickest lap, so he's certainly on form around this circuit. They had a spin yesterday. Certainly. Oh, Marchi Lee's just span out.
Oh, Marchi on the last corner. He's got to wait for everybody to come back. He now rejoins. Well,
the back
talk about hero to zero. So, another look at it, and there's the incident.
Yeah, it looks like...
it's hard to call, really.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm
That's
not
why
sure.
it's under investigation.
Fastest man out on track still, Anthony Liu. He's just pulled away again. He's nearly 2 seconds in front at the moment from the Lamborghini of Amici and Liberati. And I'm sure that the Lambo boys want to have a pretty smooth race this time around. Look at Alex Al looking for a line up the inside. He's definitely looking for a way past now. A bit of a slide there.
Lost a little bit of time there by pushing him perhaps a little too hard. Phoenix Racing man. Nothing like an angry Marchi Lee. He is flying. Just saw him in the back of that shot, and he's about to do another overtake. Marchi Lee has recovered to 9th position already. There he is. He spun out on the last corner, and he's got the Porsche in front of him.
Definitely lost a lot of time in that incident. He's 21 seconds off the lead at the moment, so it might have been a little spin, but it certainly cost him a lot when it comes to the outcome of this race. But
there he is up the inside of Frank Yu. You giving him plenty of room.
Yep. Oh, of course, yeah. Marchi Lee's caught back up to Birambakti now. Pity Birambakti, of course, in the Singer car.
And he'll be handing the car over to Carlo Van Dam. And look how close Marchi is in the Audi. He's putting pressure on the Ferrari 458.
We saw yesterday how strong the Audi was under brakes, and look at him there. He's just eaten him up.
Yeah, pretty much made that look very simple indeed. Onto the main straight he comes. That's where he spun earlier, and I would have thought he's still pretty upset.
Yeah, so that's, you know, great move by Marchi Lee, but still, he was 21 seconds behind a while ago. He's 28 seconds, so it's not looking like, in this stint at least, he's able to match Anthony Liu. Anthony Liu is incredible at the moment, the pace that he's running out the front. 35.4 is, you know, that is so much quicker than everybody else.
So 10 minutes away, almost, just over to the pit stop.
It's a little bit wide there for the number 6 car. Of course, Alex Al Richard Lyons in a big battle here.
And here's that entry that I was telling you about earlier. Sitrai and Birambakti, Varavud Birambakti, and he also represents Ferrari Thailand, and that's another reason for entering the car.
Daryl O'Young's
about to get in the car, number 91.
Yes, he is.
Handing it over to him.
Just see him in the background there. What they're doing is they're not actually changing the tyres, but what they are doing is they're checking the pressures in the tyres.
Well, they might. They had 2 bunches yesterday.
Well, and what they do is because when you go out, the tyres obviously gain pressure, and so they let them down now to the optimum pressure, and theoretically, Daryl O'Young should have even better grip.
In comes Birambakti, in comes the Porsche, in comes the Bentley. 3 cars at once, straight in.
Yeah, and of course, Anthony Liu, he's quite happy. He's still out on track at the moment.
The Hurricane's in as well, so the Italians go to work and do their driver swap. Well, Liberati, the Trofeo champion of Asia, will get into the car and let's see what he can do.
I guess now's a good time to just quickly run over again the compensation times as we're looking at the changing over driver. As an example, this is Marchie Lee's car. They won yesterday, so they're going to be given an extra 12 seconds over everybody else just for the fact that they won. That's to level the driver ability out, let's say.
Plus they're silver drivers.
They're silver drivers as well, so they will also be given another 12 seconds, and that is a compensation time because they've got 2 professional drivers. So in the end, 109 seconds is what they have to stop for.
Long time.
If you've got 2 bronze drivers, they only have to stop for 85 seconds.
Which is everybody has to do that.
Well, everybody has to, but if you've never won anything, and if you and me were out there, our pit stop time would be 85 seconds, and from there, the better you get, the longer you have to stay in the pit.
Give us an extra lap start if we were out there.
Well, probably more than that.
So then, Anthony Liu waits for his chance, but he's getting into traffic now, and that's not going to help his cause. He'll want to get the car to Rizzo.
Yeah, he's still lapping at a very good lap time. He's in the 35s, his best lap of the race so far, 1 minute 35.4. Driver change, of course. This is obviously the...
Tappy coming in.
Yeah, Duncan Tappy getting in. He's a winner here before Jonathan, so he definitely knows his way around this car.
Their pit stop time, 94 seconds. And there's an extra 9 seconds for their results, obviously, for their accumulated compensation time.
There's about
the Bentley man.
There's about 7 minutes left now for the pit window until that pit window closes. So some of the drivers that are still out on track, like Anthony Liu, will need to start thinking about coming in. And here he comes. Anthony Liu is in. David Rizzo will have his helmet on, and he will be ready to go.
Okay, the leader of the race in. They have a silver-silver combination, so an extra 12 seconds to their particular pit stop from 85, which will lead to a 97-second pit stop in all. Out goes the Sugden-Richardson combination, and Tim Sugden will be at the wheel.
Yeah, they're in a good position at the moment.
That was a good stint. They're happy with that.
Absolutely.
Ferrari. Safety car.
Oh, we've got a safety
car is out. And that's going to change the whole complexion. What a time for that to come out too.
Wow.
When several cars still kind of shuttling through their outlets. Out goes David Rizzo, and well, at least he'll catch up to the field now under safety. So we're under safety here. Here we go.
Okay, there's the issue. The track is starting to
break
lift
up under the heat. I
well,
thought more than
what it is, it's not actually the heat. That blue part on the other side of the ripple strip where the guys are running, that's a join. It's, I don't want to say it's carpet, but it's like a softer material.
Sometimes AstroTurf. The crowd getting into it. We're under safety here. The safety car approaching the last corner again.
In the meantime, the clock is down to 20 minutes. Just under 20 minutes, 19 minutes 55 to go. And there is the running order at the moment. Venter and Hamprecht are leading.
Yeah, that's good news for Jonathan Venter, the Australian, of course, leading the championship going into this race, but by only a couple of points. Safety car will be in this lap. We're about to go racing here again at Buriram in Thailand. What a drama this has turned out to be. The thunderstorms that were expected, they didn't come, but we had all sorts of drama on track. The track itself getting into trouble, and that brought out a special safety. In comes the safety car though now, and the Ferrari will lead the way once again. Davide Rizzo at the wheel, the Italian.
Yeah, no thunder and lightning, but I think the fireworks are about to start.
And in comes the Bentley right behind the safety car, and the number 8 just pushing the safety car away if he can, because he wants to get in as quick as he can.
Yeah, that was really bad timing for the Bentley. Oh.
Liberati makes a move at the inside. Through goes the Hurricane, and he's in the mood for sure.
Absolutely.
Ferrari pulling away, though.
They didn't have the best of races yesterday.
Here's the pit stop for the Bentley number 8.
Yeah, now really bad timing for these guys. You know, Hamprick got caught out there, Jonathan Venter in the car now, but they're going to have to sit, and with 14 minutes left in the race, by the time they get back out on track, Jonathan, it's not going to leave them a lot of time left.
And 109 seconds of total, and that is made up of the 85 from, which is everybody's time, but also an extra 12 from accumulated compensation time, 109 in all, because there are also 2 silver drivers. That's the worst possible scenario. Through the S's they come, and look at this. A real gaggle in the midfield here. Vurovod trying to get out of the way, Burimbakti, and he does get right out of the way of the faster cars, and that's another part of this, is that you've got slower cars now getting in the way of the faster cars. And look at this at the last corner, all sorts of stuff going on here. The Audi,
look how close it is.
Too close for comfort. Alex Young in the battle with the Bentleys.
And of course the number 7 car, Adderley Fong in the car now. He's doing a great job, but Alex Young up the inside.
Well, Audi have waited for a day where they can be competitive, because they haven't really had much of a show. Certainly the Alex Young car, all sorts of dramas for them. And Alex just wanting to have a decent run and get amongst it.
Off the end of the back straight now, 4 wide, 5 deep. This is GT racing at its best.
It's superb. And it's very hard to race at close quarters like these in these massive machines. So much power as well. Easy to get wrong, but these are some of the best in the world. Certainly the best in Asia as well, and that's been the beauty of this series. GT Asia developing some of the best drivers in the world, coming to help out some of the gentleman drivers of Asia and bring them forward. But of course, Asia itself now, over the last decade, thanks to Motorsport Asia, has been bringing forward the likes of Marchi Lee, the likes of Alex Young. And so now, Asian drivers, and Thai drivers too, like Vudakorn, are on a level with these world-class professionals.
12 minutes left in the race now, Jonathan. We're getting down to the business end. If there's anything left as a driver now, if you've got any tyres left, now is the time that you need to pounce. You need to get through.
Talking of bouncing, Carlo Van Dam, a man on a mission. More like a Claude Van Damme movie, the way he's been pushing this year. And he's a man definitely all about the racing. Every time we've spoken to him, he's dead serious, deadpan, all about the racing. He even raced here a couple of weeks ago in TCR at a Seat.
Yeah, I mean, he did. It was an amazing, drive that he had. And it was an amazing stint that he did yesterday. I mean, yesterday he was able to put that car into the pit stop leading this race. And it just goes to show you how close this GT racing is and how the balance of performance works. I mean, 1 minute you can lead the race, the next minute you're in 6th.
Look at this pressure that George Richardson is under. Look at this, 3 wide.
He hasn't given it up yet, though.
And he's got the works Lamborghini boys on his tail, but he's lost out now, and both of them have got through. Carlo Van Dam, an Asian champion in his own right, former Formula 3 star, and he's flashing the lights at the Italian.
Yeah, great.
Liberati and Amici. And meanwhile, the 88 of Richard Lyons, sandwiched between the Bentley and the Audi just in front, and whoa, we've got some traffic. Crosstown traffic here. It's almost like downtown Bangkok at the moment. 10 minutes to go.
There's Adderley Fong. He's looking for a way past Richard Lyons at the moment too. He's up the inside, around the outside, but no way through Richard Lyons just yet. Oh, that was...
yeah, questionable, but I'd let him get away with that.
Yeah.
That's me, though. So, Rizzo, Tappi, Liberati, Van Dam.
Don't stop. They're all there. Daryl O'Young's joined the fray too. And poor old Marchi Lee is at the back of the group. The winner of round 3.
I know, like I said, when he spun, 0 to 0.
Yeah. Alex Young right behind the Group M Porsche.
Yeah, I'm kind of hopeful that Alex gets at least a result.
There he goes. Oh, that's close.
Lyons holding on bitterly. Bits flying off the track there as the Bentley tries to go through on the outside.
Yeah, nice move there. Richard Lyons definitely, if anybody can come to grips with that new 991 Porsche, you've got to put your money on Richard. I know that they've got some new suspension, internal suspension settings this weekend as well. it's obviously helped. Up the inside goes Alex Leung.
Nicely done. Through he goes on the Porsche, the Group M Porsche. Yields at turn 2, which is the obvious overtaking spot.
Well, definitely if you get a good drive out of turn 1, it's a kilometre long straight here, and you can use the slipstream effect and really get down into the braking area. And of course, the Audis are running 40 kilograms less weight this weekend than they were last time out in Korea, so definitely very strong in the braking zone.
Look at this. This is very interesting because here we go. The battle is on with 3 minutes to go. Rizzo doing everything he can now to hold off the number 9 of Tappy. Duncan Tappy of Great Britain, one of the most experienced drivers in this series, if not worldwide.
Fastest man on track at the moment is Duncan Tappy too. 35.1, a couple of tenths of a lap quicker than Rizzo last time round. So Duncan Tappy can do this. He's within striking range.
Well, Tappy has driven everything. I remember when I used to watch him in single-seaters. He's one of the few guys I know that's actually driven for a football team. He was a Tottenham Hotspur star, believe it or not. Vutikorn will watch as his teammate. Good stint, in fact, by the Thai driver. Yeah, thumbs up. I'll give you that, my friend. Meanwhile, the number 7 still pushing on in 8th position. That's Phong and Kim. And there's all sorts of pressure on Richard Lyons right now as the Bentley wants by in the closing stages. Through come the leaders to the last turn now. But the Bentley's on full tilt now, trying desperately to get on level terms with the Ferrari.
They're in the midsection now. It's quite tricky through here. It's easy to overdrive the car here, Jonathan. You've really got to just be very light with the steering wheel. Bit of a slide there from Tappy, but he's trying everything. Oh, big slide from Tappy.
That could be game over in terms of him catching anyway.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what I was talking about. You can easily overdrive the car here and lose it, which is what he did. It's not a high grip circuit, it's a low grip circuit, so you have to be very careful about the way you drive it. He's not going to give up yet though.
What a finish this has turned out to be. It had some drama, but here comes Davide Rizzo. 3 years ago, they went to Korea and nobody'd ever heard of them. And then they really started making a trail here in Asia. And they're doing it again in Thailand. They come to the line and win. Davide Rizzo takes the checkered flag here in Thailand. Liu is the first to greet him across the line. What a result for them. Tappy did everything he could in the Bentley to stop them, but it wasn't to be. They cross the line now. And in 3rd place comes Liberati and Amici. In the Lamborghini, a great result for them, finally. Van Dam and Biram Bhakti cross the line in 4th. Anthony Liu gives us a perfect kung fu kick. Here's the result then. Rizzo and Liu, Tappy and Vutikorn in 2nd place, Liberati and Amici 3rd. Van Dam and Biram Bhakti, the local man, in 4th place. Jung and Ao 5th in the Audi. Sugden and Richardson in 6th place. Lyons Yu, Phong and Kim in 8th, and Oh Young and Biram Bhakti 9th. Thong and Lee in 10th position.
On top of the roof, Anthony Liu. How happy is he with that?
You know, we don't get much emotion from him.
I tell you what, I am heading down to the press conference because this is going to be.
It could be good. It's so funny because, like you say, he can be very monotone in the nicest possible way. I mean, you know, he can say what he likes, but he never gets that emotional, Anthony, and it's great to see, to be honest.
It's been a long time, you know. The regulations our team seems like designed to go against us. So finally to pull the win out of the hat after settling for P5 yesterday, it was the best we can do.
David, how hard was that? You put in some pretty sharp laps towards the end.
Well, it was not easy, knowing Tappy was coming on the back, flashing the lights, but I'm training with Anthony on the PlayStation to do that, so I did my best.
Now, let's have a look at how it all panned out then, with 4 rounds gone. This is how it looks. Davide Rizzo now with 55 points. He and his teammate Anthony Liu lead the way. What a significant day it's turned out to be. Venter dropping now to 3rd place, having led this championship with 43 points. Still a long way to go though yet. Sean Thong and Marchi Lee with 41 points. Then Vutikorn with 40. Carlo Van Dam and Biram Bhakti with 7th and 8th on 39 points. And just a point behind Edoardo Liberati and Andrea Amici of Italy in the Lamborghini. But it's all about Ferrari. Everyone's seeing red today, but especially Rizzo and Liu, who put on a great display of racing to take Ferrari 488's first win here in GTH 2016. There's your top 3. But nothing happened in terms of rain here, but reigning here supreme in Thailand, it's Ferrari and Rizzo and Liu. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage. We'll be back next time from Japan as GT Asia continues to race throughout the Asian region. See you next time.